Hello and welcome people, this is 7th Gear Racing and we're here tonight at Sao Paulo for the Brazilian Grand Prix. This is Tier 1, round 8, and as you can see it is wet for qualifying. So this is going to be quite an interesting session. Hopefully it's not too wet for the race, because this is a nice track to race at. Let's get the map and stuff on. As Fitz is the first person out tonight. So yeah, and it's a dry race apparently, so that's good news for the drivers. Anyway, the new update has arrived with Portimao coming out yesterday, and apparently the cars handle a little bit different and about a second lap slower, so that could play into things tonight. But last week at Bahrain we saw a shock victory from Tier 2 driver Vaughan, who is again racing tonight. I doubt we'll see that again tonight, but you never know. After the last few laps, safety cars helped him bring home the win. As Visions left the session, I'm not sure he has meant to be serving a qualifying ban. Maybe he pressed left the session instead of retire, I'm not too sure. Anyway, on to qualifying now with Fitz coming into sector 2 now. We do have a couple of drivers who enjoy wet weather, like Fury Knights, as we saw last season. It was very quick in the rain. We only had one wet race this season, and that was won by Legendary at France. So he's definitely improved, and I believe this is one of his favourite circuits. As Fitz comes across the line to set the first time of the night, and it's 1:17.2. There's a lot of cars out on track in a minute, so I'm wondering if it's going to get heavier. But then Wooders goes top of the leaderboard, Elite Risk goes second. As Fury Knights now comes across, and he only does a 17.2, 4 milliseconds off his teammate. And Alros goes quickest, 2 tenths faster. Clown across the line, must be starting his flying lap. Roger Porter's aborted his lap. Ooh, and Fitzy nearly binned it there, as Pro Gamer posts a time of 16.8. Vaughan goes second with a 16.5. So yellow flag in sector 2 is quite busy there. Phantom UK making his 7GR debut tonight. Looking forward to seeing what he can bring to the league. We'll see what time he sets on his first lap. Looking pretty decent. 17.0, not too bad. The car's now crossing the line. Fury Knights is nearly second up on his time, and he does go provisional pole. But immediately beaten by Thomas, who will be pleased to pick up a second place last week after a pretty tough season, let's say. Rapier goes third on the pole last week. Funky Panda P6. There's Mr. Legendary. We say love this track, but only P4 in a minute on his first run. So must have made a mistake somewhere. But we know Thomas likes this track as well. He won last season around here, and Legendary won in season 2, I think. And they've both got a pole between them as well around here. As Fitz is now sitting another lap, he goes nearly half a second quicker. Doesn't really order though. Thomas going to set another lap, is he? He's slightly down. Doesn't improve. Very nice. He made a mistake. Look at the traffic in sector 2 here. Looks like Legendary just backed off because he's getting ready for another run. Winner last week, Vaughan, the shock winner. Invalidates his lap. See if Phantom's on another flying lap. No, he's invalidated. There's a few cars cross the line. I don't think none of them are on the flying lap. Maybe Winnitz is though. He won in tier 2 round here this season. He goes P7. Commander is slaying driver's pass, I hope. He did cross the line in tier 2, first place, but after a steward's review got a win. It's 5 seconds knocked off, which meant he lost by about 8 milliseconds as Killer Miller. Now he runs at the back of Pro Gamer there. Not sure Pro Gamer's on the lap or not, but well, he's definitely not on the lap now. He's invalidated. Someone just improved there. I think it was Aros. Yeah, maybe Pro Gamer just a bit unaware there. Should have got out of the way if he wasn't on the lap. And Legendary's gonna. I thought he was gonna. It's a tiny bit of a toe. And he goes 3/10 after, but nothing moved there. That's him, Alpha Mayo, I think. What's the line here, is it? That means in coming in. And Wooders, who just recently had a full-time seat at Williams. He goes P4, that's a decent lap there from Wooders, as someone improved again, and Thomas improves on this time and 3/10 quicker than Fury Knights. Thomas looking to get his season back on track. It's not over yet. Legendary has a 29-point lead over K Gorniak. Didn't score any points last week, Legendary, but he got away with it a bit with Vaughan winning the race. And Thomas was already quite far behind. And I think K Gorniak only managed 5th or 6th in the end. Couldn't fully capitalise on that. Funky Panda on his outlap. Who is next to cross the line? Who's our flyer? See if Fitz can improve. He's P3 at the minute. Done 5 laps on these tyres, and he looks like he's coming in for what it is. Maybe a fresh set. As is Thomas. Kigoniak down at P16 in a minute. He want to be doing a lot better. He's half a second up on his time. That's not going to be too impressive by his standards. Let's see how the last sector was. 16.1, not too bad. Only a couple of tenths off the top 3, so definitely some time to be found there for Kate Gorniak. Which was validated as Fierlucy. Not set a time yet. Another busy sector 2. See if Kate Gorniak's going for another flight. I'll stay on board with him. Going into the very tricky track zone, especially in the wet weather. As Visions retires there, he's serving a qualifying ban for causing a safety car last week. Kate Gorniak comes to the pits. Vaughan is invalidated. I mean, he has 2/10 up on his time. Which brought the other second down. Is that a spinner? It is. It's Fierlucy. And he'll want to move before he gets disqualified. Careful with the traffic behind him as well. Phantom is slightly up, but he just had a snap there and a bit of traffic. Still 7/10 up on his time apparently, so... Ah no, he's invalidated. So a shame. Thomas lines out lap again. Fierlucy just trying to get out of the way of people at the minute. After that spin. Very busy track. There's a Red Bull crossing the line. It's Fitzy, but he's down this time. Doesn't improve. Alpine crossing the line. It's Elite Risk. Cruise 16.0. Don't think he moved up anywhere though. Fourth last time out for Elite Risk around this track. When he does finish, he has finished in the top 4 every race this season. And there's Thomas. He's lost it in Sector 1. At the end of Sector 1, or the start of Sector 2, sorry. There we go. Around this corner, he must have accelerated onto the curb and into the wall. So, there's a good marker as Thomas. Now it'll be on the fret, as he won't be able to improve that time. Got his outlap. This is the end of qualifying. It's fairly soon. And again, Pro Gamer comes into the way of well, Kilometres on outlap, but he probably wasn't there to know that. He's sitting in P2 at the minute. As Rapier goes fastest pole last week, and then he's immediately beaten by Legendary. The track seems to be getting faster. Exactly a 10th off, 10th ahead, sorry, of Rapier. As Fury Knights is about to start his flying lap, as N Wooders, I think, moved up again. See what Fury Knights can do. He does like the rain. Only, oh, he's actually down this time, so let's see what last sector he had. Doesn't look to improve. No, he doesn't. Yellow flag in sector 3. It's like one of the Alfa Romeos. There it is. It's Alros. Had a spin around the final bend. And there's a Williams crossing the line. Gaming doesn't improve. Oh, Fitz has a bit of a moment. Pretty big impact. But that should be his qualifying done. Phantom UK seems to be struggling in the wet conditions, the only person not to break into the 16s. See if we can improve on that. See what pace he has to bring. He did say before Brazil wasn't his best track, so maybe that's a factor as well. Yeah, he did that exactly the same thing on his last lap. He is a full second up on his time, which will bring him into the top 10 maybe if he has a good final sector. Oh, he's invalidated at the last bend. He's got time for another one, I think. No, he doesn't. That's the end of the qualifying. Very unfortunate. That would have got him into the top 10 most likely. Or running just wide, and Kay Gorniak goes fastest by 2/10. Porter moves out the way of these drivers behind him. Kay Gorniak second in the standings, and Legendary is actually invalidated, so he's not going to be on pole position. Rapier is in the pits, he's finished. Pro Gamer spun around, he's not going to be able to challenge. Warren's finished. Well, looks like Willis has a bit of an accident. Don't want to get a 5-second grid penalty for that. Funky Panda, he's invalidated as well, and he looks like he's going to spin. Kill him in up. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to challenge Kay Gorniak. Doesn't prove, but doesn't move anywhere. Does kill him in up. Fitzy's aborted. I think that is the end of qualifying. So free tyre choice at the start of the race. I would expect everyone to start on the mediums. Go for the optimal strategy. As a game, we've done a bit of Tico drifting here. Free Knights gets a 5-second grid penalty for legal blocking. I'm not sure what that's about. So there we go. Kay Gorniak picks up his first pole of the season, I think. Could be wrong. With a very good lap. 2/10 faster than Legendary. Two championship leaders at top of the grid. Rapier pole last week, in the top 3 again. Thomas, who retired after setting the fastest lap. Elite Risk P5, Pro Gamer P6. Vaughan with another good showing. P7, and Wooders P8, Fury Knights has a 5-second grid penalty, and Fitz rounding off the top 10. And I will not have time to go through all them. So we aim to start at 2 minutes past. We'll have a look at the race director and see what strategies people will go for. But yep, the rest of the grid, Avos, P11, Funky Panda up to P10 after that grid penalty from Fury. Willits P12, Killer Miller P13, Fury Knights down to 14th, Fitzy in 15th, Pudgy Porter 16th, Phantom UK on his debut, P17, Visions 18, and Fear Lucy at the back of the grid. Just make sure no one read it up. Should be able to see it at the top anyway. Yep, Thomas has gone to the mediums already. I expect the mini to follow. Unless they do. I'm not sure about Tarway around here. We shall see on the predicted pit stops. Fitzy looks like he's going to start on the hard tyres. Do the one stop. But not as many people I was expecting to change the tyres. So I'd probably have Legendary down as favourite to win this race. I'd back him to bounce back after a poor showing last week. I know he's very, very quick around here. I'm sure Kay Gorniak will not give that place up without a fight. As them two try and battle out for the championship. Thomas is not too far behind now after the second place. He's on 77 points. Kay Gorniak 90 and Legendary 119. So only 4 races left. It does look like Legendary will win his first championship. But a lot can happen in 4 races. 1 DNF and a win from Kay Gorniak or Thomas will bring it right back up. Right back into the fold. As we should see, it doesn't look like anyone's going to start on the mediums. Not sure how accurate the screen is though, but we shall see. Right, here we go then. And we have 5 red lights. Kay Gorniak is going to lead him down to turn 1. And we're off. Terrible start by Vaughan. He's 3, 5, 6 places down. Kay Gorniak's got in the lead at turn 1. As the McLaren of Audio Rapia had to cut the corner there. And he's down 2 places. Funky Panda's had a breeze up to P4. There's a spinner at the back there, and that's fits by the looks of things in the Aston Martin. There's Kay Gorniak leads him round. Pro Gamer up 3 places. Great start for him. Elite Risk right behind him. There's another spin at the back. That's Fear Lucy, I think, in the McLaren. Looks like Podgy Porter's had an incident as well. Fury Knight's already got his grid penalty back. He's up 5 places. Go back to the lead. As Fear Lucy looks to be struggling. Back, I think he's had another spin. Let's get the telemetry up to see what's happening with the ERS and things. It looks like we're going to have a little battle on our hands. Where's Thomas? He's down 4 places. He's had a pretty bad start as well. And is that Vision? Visions is out. At the last corner. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. But anyway, Visions has retired. A legendary Pro Gamer. Look how close this is. And it's contact. And legendary drifts around the corner. Looks like I have a little nudge from Pro Gamer there. Let's see if he's got wing damage. But that's going to help Kay Gorniak massively. Looks like the Legendary's got away with damage though, so his race is not over just yet. Phantom UK's at 4 places on his debut. So they all trade fastest laps. And Kay Gorniak's gone! He spun around turn 1, that gives Pro Gamer the lead. As he picks up a penalty as well. And that looks like going to be wing damage for Kay Gorniak. Oh, he's struggling there. That's very unfortunate for him. But anyway, it is Williams of Pro Gamer who now leads this race. Not sure if he's got damage as well from that contact from the Legendary. We'll see. As he has a bit of a wobble there, and it's given the Risk a little bit of a look. Rapia's right on the tail of these two as well. And looks like Elite Risk is going to easily pass Pro Gamer for the lead, but he's going to battle it out. Where is he? He went a bit deep, and that's contact. And that is, let's say, a retirement, but he survived. To judge that one first look, we'll have to see that again. So Willis picks up a 3-second time penalty, and Pro Gamer says he left. Is that him leaving the session? Bit of frustration maybe. Anyway, now Rapia, he was going to win last week until a safety car come out. He only finished 6th in the end. He's got the lead here. Maybe it's his turn. It's luck to change. This Funky Panda is in P3 at the minute. He's having a really good race. And Woodis as well. Very good race. So he's trying to make his way back up the field. As Killamina gets past Fury Knights. So the yellow flag is Fitzy, I think. Funky Panda all over the back of Elite Risk. And so top 5 are getting away from Thomas. We're just on a little race of zone here. 2 seconds back to Vaughan. We go back to the top. As we have a DRS train forming, which is going to be key. And Thomas is going to feel the effect of that. See if anyone goes for a move down into turn 1. Looks like Rappy has used his DRS already, so he's going to be vulnerable. So Harros picks up a 3-second time penalty. Fury Knights is into the pits. It's DRS straight as N Wooders gets past. Give us a good camera angle. No? Okay. Funky Panda lost 2 positions down that DRS straight, I think. He's fallen back, so I missed that, but it's now top 4 getting away here. Legendary's made himself back up to P4. They're Vaughan closing in on Thomas. I'm not sure if Thomas has got a problem. Well, not close enough this lap. Let's see if Elite Risk goes for a move. We know Rapid is very low on ERS. He's too far back. That's the latest to pick up a penalty. And Wood is there nearly spinning off, and that's another after Martin who has spun. Looks like Fitz. He doesn't be lapped. So he's getting very close now to the Williams of N Wooders. We'll see if he makes a move. Phantom UK moves up into the top 10. Let's get a tyre update, shall we? See who's on what. Thomas on the medium, so it's maybe why he's falling back, as Legendary is in a drag race with the Williams. So it goes side by side into turn 1. Looks like the Williams is ahead there. Let's see if Legendary goes for it this time. As he doesn't have DRS this time, does N Wooders. Phantom UK unfortunately picks up a 5-second time penalty, speeding in the pit lane. But Legendary is up to P3 after that contact early on. Elite Risk just patiently waiting behind the Rapier. He doesn't want to spend too long behind him because I would suspect Legendary to quickly close the gap. I didn't see the pit stop strategy, but I reckon these softs will only last another couple of laps. But they are fresh, of course, so maybe 3 or 4. Elite Risk just can't get close enough on the exit. As Vaughan gets past Thomas. for P6. Thomas going longer on the mediums. Battle still on for the top 4 here. See if Thomas comes back at him down this DRS straight. Doesn't go for the move. Thomas will probably take this position back, maybe, if he manages to get close enough to the DRS. There he is, all over the back of Elite Risk now. He's used a lot of his ERS though, so he should be okay. I'm surprised Rappy is still ahead after no ERS to defend with. He's managed to do right so far. Thomas not close enough on this occasion. Emerald is completely out of ERS, 0%. He's desperate to hang on to the DRS zone. He's got three very quick drivers in front of him. As Vaughan picks up, here's a 3-second time penalty. Very easy track to exceed the track limits on. There's Fitz, is the next one to pick up the penalty. Phantom closing in on Fury Knights at the back there. Stay on board at this top 4 at a minute. Elite Risk is a lot closer this time. He's not deciding to use his ERS. If he did, he probably could have got a minute, as he's waiting for the next DRS straight. But he hasn't got the best of exits. Does deploy a little, but it's not going to be enough. And would Funky Panda size for about 4 seconds from that pack. Thomas behind Vaughan. So soft tyres must be going off now. Yellow flag at sector 3. There's only a couple of cars, and they seem to be going. So Thomas goes down the inside of Vaughan, and he is up to P6. Elite Risk still plenty of ERS to play with. Looks like Legendary going to try and make a move. But again, Elite Risk not close enough. One's going to close in pretty quick, but I think he'll go back out. Back to the front. Still not close enough, just happy to collect the DRS and stay in the positions at the minute. As we'll see if Phantom with a full tank of ERS. Should make an easy pass here on Fury Knights. Let's see if Fury Knights fights it down the turn 1, but Phantom is already far ahead. Getting quite early, not sure if that's wing damage or not, but either way he's up into P. Well, he's just been overtaken again on the next DRS straight, it seems. Actually they're trading places. Have a quick look, they're side by side as Legendary is getting very close to Elite Risk. As they all seem to be out of ERS now. So it's gone pure pace now. as Vaughan and Aros come into the pits. Aros has gone for the hard tyre, and Vaughan has gone for the mediums. Gonick is now back up to P9. Yet the pit, of course, was leading this race earlier on. It does look like Legendary's got more pace out of the front four at the minute. He is putting all kinds of pressure on Elite Risk. Maybe should have gone for an overtake earlier on Rapia, because I was about to say, looked like Legendary was going to get a good run then. We'll see who pits first out of this front four, because it's going to be key. If they come out in traffic, doesn't look like they will. They are far ahead of the rest of the pack. Pretty much the only race going on right now is the front four. Coming up to actually lap. Pits is in P17. I feel very separated. But it must be time for a pit stop in the next lap or two. C1 tries to get the undercut, and Rappi gets another good exit at that corner. And he picks up a 3-second time penalty, which is going to be key at the end. As Legendary decides to pit, so he has gone for the undercut, which is probably the right thing to do. If Thomas has gone onto the hards, quite early for mediums if you hit the same lap as Legendary. Legendary's gone for the hards as well, so he's going to go for that one stop. You know he's got the pace round here. When it's up to P7. Still going to get ahead of K Gorniak. Looks like he will. Quite comfortably. Yes. So Fury Knights and the Phantom still having this battle. What's happening there? That's Pro Gamer AI being lapped. As Rappi goes very wide again, he's going to pick up another warning. The race leader has come into the pits, and Ed Wooders has followed him in. So Elite Risk is going to have to push very hard now. With some clean air, he's going to get ahead. Rappi has gone for the medium, so a couple of different strategies there. Drivers pit, Funky Panda's in as well, as is Killer Miller. Legendary has got ahead of Rapia, so that's one. And Wheels, of course. But Rapia is on the faster tyre, so you should see Rapia close the gap again. So yellow flag in sector 2. Is that Edward? So just come out the pits and the hards, I think. Doing very well in fourth, but now he's going to drop back. A couple of time penalties in there. As Elite Risk now comes in. Let's see where Legendary is on track. Fury Knights now picks one up. Will Legendary get ahead of Elite Risk? Take first position. Looks like he's going to. It's going to be close. Thomas sets the fastest lap. As Elite Risk has actually gone to mediums as well. And he filters out behind Rapia, as he was. So a good undercut there from Legendary. Up into P1. He is on the hard, so he's going to go to the end. I mean, he probably will go to the end, but we'll see what condition they will be in. Thomas is on the soft tyres now. I'm not sure if he had a incident, but he's pitted again. I think there's 2 stops now for Thomas. Nope, just a 1 stop. Could have sworn he went onto the hard tyres. Not too sure, unless it was someone else. But anyway, Elite Risk is going to pass Rapia this time. Pudgy Porter sets the fastest lap. So Elite Risk up to P2. And he is in the DRS range now of Legendary as well. Vaughan comes in for wing change, it looks like. Pitting with 4 lap roll tyres. When it's started on the hard, so he's still going up into P5. Let's see. He's 2 seconds ahead of Fury, so he's pulled away. This has been some sort of incident. Was running in P4. Looks like he had a spin or something. It's demoted him down to P7. Awas right behind him as well. As the front 3 go down to turn 1 again. It doesn't look like anyone's close enough. Yellow flag. Nothing doing, I don't think. Funky Panda coming under pressure there from Ben Wooders. Close enough. Both these drivers on the hard to chase down Funky Panda. Could lose 2 positions here, Funky Panda. Alice just backs out there. Very smart. As Wooders temporary side by side. The battle for P6 here. A flag is set to 1. Red Bull. Fury Knights. As Phantom had a spin. Losing their position to Killer Miller. Defends it. Was 2 seconds ahead of Fury a moment ago. As Rapia's. Oh, he had wing damage. Yeah. Sure he's had contact with someone, but Elite Risk is now in the lead. I missed that of this race. See if Legendary can try and stick with him on the hard tyres. Again, unfortunate for Rapia. That looks like a warning for Legendary, that does. And Willis picks up another 3. Thomas finds himself in P3 at the minute. He's having a quiet race. Said the field quite separated as this battle. P5 now. So side by side with Funky Panda. Making it down 2 positions there. Phantom must have crossed the line a bit too early, coming out of the pits. Best of exits here. Hard tyre. And we'll just look to pull away now of these 2. As Legendary's fallen 1.4 seconds behind Elite. We'll see if he goes to the end on them tyres. As Aros moves past Funky Panda. Funky Panda's going to try and fight it down the inside. wide, and Aros is through to P6. Fearless, he's 12 laps behind apparently, so not sure what's going on there. Rapier's back out. P10. As I say last time, just can't get any luck. He is closing in pretty quickly on these two, Killamilla and Fury. And is that Fury Knights in the pits? It is. As well as Funky Panda, who speeds as he's going in. So Rabbit should get the move done here on the AlphaTauri. Using an ERS, so not this lap. Fury and Funky Panda come out on the soft diet. When it's running in P4, still yet to pit. He'll be coming in shortly for his stop, going on to the softs. Elite Risk pulling out a little bit of a gap. If he does win, I think this will be his first win. So quite a few seconds. And a few podiums here and there. One of the many improved drivers. Legendary on the hard tyres. As Phantom UK is out of the race, I think he's retired in the pits. Maybe had another incident. Unfortunate debut for him. Charles picks up another 3 seconds. As the time penalties start to rack up, and that could be key at the end of this race. Top 3 without penalty so far, but I've seen a Legendary probably pick up a couple of warnings so far. As the gap is now 2 seconds. Rapier's already 1 second ahead of Killamilla, passing him last lap. Falling on the back of Funky Panda now. Funky Panda is on the fresh soft, so it's putting away. You would have thought. Now Winnets comes in. His one and only stop, hopefully. See where he comes out. Looks like it's going to be P9 quite comfortably. It looks like a little bit of a gap to Hegonic ahead as well, so see where he ends up. He's got a penalty, of course. Hegonic doesn't have a penalty, and the Charles ahead do, so help him massively get back up there. There's Fitz and Fitz coming to the pits. There, stops. Thomas is going to have to pit again. He's got a fairly decent gap back. So it looks like he's on for podium. Second one in a row. This race has died down quite a lot. Close balance track here. Yes, Funky Panda versus Fury. He's gone for a bit of a late dive. Fury gives him enough room. He's going to try again. side by side, and Fury concedes, but he's not gonna give this one up. Down the inside, lovely. Back up into the points. As Thomas comes in for his stop now, for another set of softs. Rapiers, on the back of Aros. He's past Aros. There's everybody's back up to P3. There's Thomas come out. He has come out behind Aros, and Rapiers battle ahead of him. And Aros retakes that position down the next DRS straight. Thomas without a penalty, of course, so he is going to be promoted up if he sticks to them too. Inwooders is not too far up the road. There's Thomas. Must have overtaken Rappy there. He's gone down a position. Unless that thing has glitched. Elite Risk now 3 seconds ahead. It's all going to be depending on whether them mediums will last to the end, which I think they will. Thomas is on the charge now. He's going to go down the middle of these two. No, he isn't. Gets past Aros though. Aros concedes the position. And now he is going to be going past Rappy with no ERS to defend with. He's just going to breeze past, and he is up to P4. Had a quiet race so far, but now he's coming alive in the last final few laps. At the end of this race. Funky Panda and Fury's battle still going on for P10. They're side by side again. This time Funky Panda on the outside. Still side by side. Will Funky Panda go down the inside? Does the same thing as Fury did to him last lap. They're still side by side. This is good racing between these two. Fury, yeah, Funky Panda not giving this one up. Someone's going to have to concede here, and it's going to be Funky Panda, but he is going to get the DRS as Thomas has passed Rapier. Or will Rapier overtake him? Quite sure. Either way, Funky Panda again, down the outside, down the straight. These two have been side by side an entire lap nearly. Fury Knights is through, but Funky Panda is the one with DRS. And again, we're going to see down the outside this time Fury on the outside. And he is ahead of Funky Panda. Funky Panda goes for a little late move. Fury gives him room. And Fury Knights is ahead this time for the final point position. It's a good race between these two. Both on same life tyres as well. As we have Thomas closing in pretty quick on Inwooders. Funky Panda has DRS again. Both of them completely out of ERS. Oh, sorry. Side by side again. So trade positions. Who's going to have the DRS here? Looks like it's going to be Funky Panda. The Aston Martin has some good straight line speed there with the slipstream. Form picks up a penalty. They're side by side again, these two. It's Certainly the battle to watch at the minute, as Thomas is now in DRS range. Quickly go to that. Come back. Just set the fastest lap, and he's going to make a pretty simple move down the inside of Wooders. He's head up into the podium position. This is the front two miles ahead. So Wooders going to come back, but we have Fury Knights with the DRS this time. Killerman's out. At turn 1, is this going to be a safety car? Yes, it is. So now this is going to shake things up. Obviously people without penalties. Kay Gorniak MP7 at the minute. He is going to be looking at a podium, top 4 should I say, because he is without a penalty with top 2 have pitted. Obviously going to go for the softs. Now Legendary on the same tyre as Elite Risk, who probably would have won the race before the safety car, now has some work to do. Thomas is in as well. Probably would have won last week's race if he stayed out. Late safety car. He's going to filter back out in P5. Aros has decided to stay out on them 17 lap old tyres. For track position, in my opinion, probably should have pitted. He's got nothing else to lose at this point, because everyone around him is on soft tyres, apart from Wooders, who has stayed out as well. Anyway, no Aston Martin safety car on this track. Which of a Pro Gamers AI? No, it's someone. What's it? Second place is a ghost. That is Pro Gamer. Yes, it is, yes. So Pro Game is going to provide Elite Risk with a little bit of a gap at the restart to Legendary. Just quickly change my battery. There we go. Yeah, these two on the hard tyres are going to be eaten up pretty quickly. Not sure why they didn't pit. Anyway, it's going to be a 3-lap shootout, it looks like. Is the safety car going to come in this lap? It is, so we're going to have a 3-lap shootout. Elite Risk is going to have a bit of an advantage at the start. Oh, Fitzy's there as well behind him, so there's 2 cars at the restart here. Going to be in the way of Legendary. Elite Risk now sends them. Legendary wants to get past as soon as possible, which he has. So Elite Risk has pretty much got a 1 second head start, and there's Fitzy retiring in the pit lane. Lap down. And Legendary picks a 5-second penalty for ignoring a yellow flag. Not sure what's happened there, but I'm sure we can get that removed. That seems a bit silly. But Alros already down to 7th after deciding to stay out. Fury Knights has now passed him as well. K Gorniak, Thomas looking very strong. This battle here is going to be for the podium potentially. Inwood is on hard tyres in the way at the minute. That's a yellow flag. I think that's Fitzy AI just retiring. Inwood is getting eaten up here on the straight. Thomas goes past. K Gorniak's going to have to do some work to get past him. And easy enough. I think Inwood has just known he's not going to have the pace, so he backed out. But Elite Risk is actually flying it. 2.5 seconds over Legendary, and Thomas. I don't know if Legendary's got wing damage or what, but Thomas and K Gorniak closing in pretty quick, and he seems to be struggling. Funky Panda now getting past Inwooders. We get a flag, and it's Prodigy Porter, I think, who's retired. And that's K Gorniak gone for another spin. Unlucky for him. So that now gives Thomas some breathing space, and they're going to have DRS for the final 2 laps. Fury Vaughan now sets the fastest lap. And it looks like Thomas is going to pass Legendary. Legendary must have a problem. He's just got no pace at all at this. Oh! What has happened there? He is out. And he's actually taken Thomas with him. No idea what happened there. He just went straight on. There's wheel buggered up or something, but that is very controversial to say the least. Thomas is going to be furious for that. Anyway, we'll see what happened after the race. Sure, things we said in the chat. Elite Risk looks like he's going to win this race. Very nice. On the back of Funky Panda, who finds himself in P2. Vaughan having another good showing in P4 at the minute. Let's see if happens after penalties. There's a McLaren just flying in the middle of the track, underneath the track. I've never seen this one before. Underneath the track is Fiorucci. Oh, there he goes. He comes to the surface. Just, driving underneath the map right now. But anyway, Elite Risk going to come home to take his first win in the 7GR. Can Fury get it on track at least? No, not quite. But he does get up to P2. Vaughan finishes P4. We'll just come home in P5. Aros goes down to 7th. A very unfortunate Thomas finished P7. Look at that. What happened there. Pretty scrappy race in the end. A few incidents to sort out. Rapier gets the extra point for the fastest of the race. Not much of a spectacle really. We had a battle with the top 4 or 5 for the early stages. And then the race sort of died off. Fury Knights had a decent battle with Funky Panda doing the middle section. And story is incident with Legendary and Thomas. Really not sure what happened. Sure there's some sort of explanation for it, hopefully. Looks like it's going to be a busy one for the stewards. Yep, congratulations to Elite Risk picking up his first 7GR win. A deserved one, because he was winning by about 3 seconds before the safety car anyway. Fury Knights finds himself in P2. Funky Panda on the podium. Very good result for him. K Gorniak had a couple of spins, which he'll probably be taking that P4 after that. Vaughan in P5, Enwood is in P6, Thomas P7 in the end, Aros P8, Rapier P9, and Legendary does finish in the point position. But tomorrow we are at I always forget, at the lovely track of Zandvoort, Netherlands, Tier 2, so join us for that at the same time.